Have you or one of your loved ones fallen for the biggest scams in our lifetimes? Watch this video and you will find out.
Antifa, Boogaloo, and right-wing militias, they are the antibodies, not the disease that is destroying our country. The disease is a country run by two corrupt political parties that do not care about you. So deeply incestuous with corporations that they are indistinguishable from each other. A government that spent 6 months debating whether to give their own people $600, but only 24 hours to unanimously agree to give billions of dollars to foreign tyrannical governments and corporations. A government that has bombed villages overseas my entire life for my supposed safety here. This is a call for unity. For all of American people that realize the true threat against us to come together. For every mother mourning her children that was killed by police, for every business crushed down by state lockdowns, for every broken soldier sent to fight wars that have no point. This is our last chance to avoid either a tyrannical government or a bloody and pointless civil war among American people who do not have that much against each other and have more in common than they realize. And a message to the government. We come in peace. We do not intend to commit violence, but I am pleading with you, with tears in my eyes and cracks in my voice. If you continue to oppress the American people, they will remain rational no longer. Thank you.
What do you mean by that? What is this going about?
Thank you.
Now that you've seen the video, a lot of us are indeed wondering what in God's name is going on. And I'm just going to offer up a simple thought and theory. It's that all these groups we've seen protests in the past 12 months, BLM, Antifa, and Trump supporters, Second Amendment people, it looks like all of them have finally found a team together and are going against our government. That's what it seems like on the surface. I could be highly mistaken. I could be totally wrong. I'm not even 100% sure. But what I do know is the fact that all of us right now are witnessing history, and it ain't good history. This is the bad chapter in the history books. And it ain't, the 2020s aren't off to a hot start, I might add. 2019, best economic year in American history, ends the decade of misery with a bang. Then we start off a new decade of nightmare fuel. What a year. Anyway, so if you label yourself, a Trump supporter, a QAnon supporter, whatever you label yourself as, Antifa, I have no problem with anybody. Let's be honest. I'm the third option here. I'm not Antifa. I'm not, All Lives Matter or Blue Lives. I'm not part of nothing like that. Because to me, it's all just a con. It's to get one side angry, get the other side angry, have them fight each other. If you've labeled yourself anything in the past 12 months, you might have fallen into the trap. And it's not a good trap. It's the biggest scam of our lifetime. It's very dangerous. And like that guy said, we want to avoid a bloody war between people that have more in common than they think. And that's what I hope for. I hope that everyone just calms the tensions. Now's the time to calm the tensions. There should be no talk of putting white people in re-education camps. There should be no talks of the like. I've seen it on Twitter. It's disgusting. That's not how we heal this country. It's not how we move forward together. It's disturbing. All right? You want to end what just happened the past 4 years. If you want to end Trumpism, the best thing for you to do is just to act like it didn't happen and move on. But you're not going to do that. You gotta understand something. You've fallen into the trap. For instance here, today it was big news. Capitol is under evacuation. It looked like a terrorist threat. By afternoon, we realized it was just a fire at a homeless camp underneath the freeway. And if that doesn't tell you what's going on, then nothing will. Let's be honest here. The media and the politicians, they're peddling in fear porn for money. And just like they say in the Wall Street movie. Michael Douglas says greed is good, and that's ultimately what has happened to our country. Money is, everything to these people. If you haven't noticed, in our lifetime, the two biggest transfers of wealth have happened. You have the 2008 stock market collapse and financial collapse that saw billions or trillions of dollars go to the richest of the rich. And now we have the 2020 COVID pandemic, which we saw pretty much the same thing play out. Mom and pop stores have to get shut down, but Walmart doesn't, Amazon doesn't, and in fact, they only grow in value during such a terrible crisis. So, the media is just scaring you. They're using rage bait for money because people aren't clicking anymore. People just aren't interested. I seen an article today from ESPN on my Facebook page, and it said, Doug Glanville, great guy. I've met people that have met him. They've said great things about Doug Glanville. He's a great guy. And the headline says, Doug Glanville, black and not an MLB manager. He checks all the boxes, but here's his take why he shouldn't be a manager. And all he says was, I want to spend more time with my kids. I'm an old man. I don't want to be on the road, 6 months out of the year. What's that got to do with his race? They brought race into it to get you to click on the headline. So when you click on the headline, it gains more traffic to their website, and advertisers are more likely to drop their money on them. It's just to line their pockets, folks. I seen a sports writer for the Detroit Free Press, his name is Marlon Alto, or some like that, right? And he's basically wrote a smear article about Dan Campbell, the guy who's about to be hired as the Detroit Lions head coach. And people found him using all kinds of slurs on Twitter from the past 8 years or so. And he's been using slurs up until about 2016. Do you really think this guy believes what he just wrote, that smear article? Dan Campbell is a anti-gay, sexist bigot. No, he doesn't believe that shit. He was forced to write a smear article to gain clicks. You could tell because this guy's an utter asshole on his Twitter feed. None other simple explanation than that, dude. People are selling themselves out, fucking truck, selling their beliefs out for money. And this big bloody war they're building us up for is gonna be the biggest cash cow in the United States history. We can't let them win, guys. You need to share this video. You need to like this video. You need to spread the word around. Because we're heading down a dark path, and there's no reason we should be. There's plenty of people like me who just want to go to work, who want to make money, and they want to take care of themselves and their family. And they like getting along with other people. They like the freedoms we have. We get to go outside without the police arresting us. Even during a pandemic, other countries, you're practically not even allowed to go outside in some places without having a note, or you'll be arrested. That's not what's happening here. This is the freest country on earth still. And you got to be here to believe it, because we've been on lockdown, and our lockdown wasn't a lockdown. It was, they say stay at home. All they did was they shut the businesses down, so we had nowhere to go. But we could still leave our house. They're beating us down, guys. Don't give in. Don't fall for the biggest scam of our life. Don't pick a side and beat the other side to death with a club. Don't fight each other. We all need to band together. We all need to do what's right. We all need to just hug each other and move on with our lives. It's as simple as that. We're all grown-ups. Most of us are. The young kids need to get with it. We all need to live here together, or bad things are going to happen to some of us. And some innocent people who honestly probably shouldn't even be in the way, but they'll be in the way and it'll be bad. And that's not what we want. We want peace, we want happiness, and we want unity by any means necessary. I'm not picking a side. I just want us all to get along, because we need to. I like everybody. I love everybody, as a matter of fact. I like making people smile, making people laugh, and talking to people. Just spread happiness and stop being so negative, guys. Because you're not gonna be crying wolf when the wolf actually comes, and it's just gonna be too late. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. It's just me rambling about me connecting dots that I think should be connected, but it's just a theory. I really do think that BLM, Antifa, Trump supporters, and small business owners, and every normal American has banded together in that video we watched. But that's just my thoughts. All right, guys, have a good day.